A significant earthquake struck Japan as reported by the National Meteorological Administration's website. The quake, measuring 6 on the Richter scale, occurred on Thursday, April 4th at 6 a.m. local time in the Pacific Ocean off the northeast coast of Honshu Island. The epicenter was located in the vicinity of Fukushima Prefecture, with the earthquake originating at a depth of 40 kilometers beneath the ocean floor. The tremors were felt in Akita, Miyagi, and Tokyo prefectures. Subsequently, 2 hours later, a separate earthquake with a magnitude of 3.8 occurred near the southern coast of Iwate Prefecture. The seismic activity prompted an emergency halt on certain express train lines. After safety inspections were conducted and systems were verified, train services resumed. Fortunately, there was no tsunami threat associated with the earthquakes, and there were no reports of casualties. The previous day, news emerged of a powerful earthquake in Taiwan, measuring 7.5 on the Richter scale, recognized as the most intense in the past 25 years. Within 15 minutes of the initial quake, meteorologists reported a second earthquake measuring 6.6. Early on Wednesday, April 3rd, a formidable earthquake measuring 7.3 on the Richter scale struck the eastern shoreline of Taiwan, resulting in widespread devastation and chaos throughout the island nation. The seismic event occurred at 7:58 a.m. local time, with its epicenter situated about 25 kilometers south of Hualien County and roughly 138 kilometers from the capital city, Taipei. This earthquake represented the most severe seismic activity Taiwan had encountered in 25 years, as per seismology authorities, and its effects were felt across the entirety of the island. In the immediate aftermath, scenes of destruction and anguish unfolded, including the collapse of 2 buildings due to the force of the tremors. Eyewitnesses recounted a minute of intense shaking, during which structures swayed perilously before collapsing, prompting terrified residents to flee for safety. Local media documented the chaos, capturing the sheer terror and devastation wrought by the earthquake. Tsunami warnings were promptly issued not only in Taiwan, but also in mainland China and neighboring regions. Japan's meteorological agency reported minor tsunami waves in parts of the southern prefecture of Okinawa, subsequently downgrading the initial tsunami warning to an advisory. Similarly, the Philippine Seismology Agency issued urgent alerts to coastal residents of several provinces, advising them to move to higher ground as a precaution against potential tsunamis. Following the earthquake, rescue operations were swiftly mobilized, with first responders working tirelessly to extricate survivors from collapsed structures. In Hualien, 9 individuals were successfully rescued from an 8-floor building that had partially collapsed, while 5 others remained trapped beneath debris, emphasizing the critical nature of ongoing rescue efforts. Reports also surfaced of structural damage across the island, including ceilings collapsing at Taiwan's Taoyuan International Airport and extensive infrastructure damage to walls, roads, and highways. In Taipei, the earthquake's impact was particularly severe, resulting in numerous residential buildings collapsing and the evacuation of residents from homes and schools. The chaos extended beyond structural damage, with vehicles damaged and stores in disarray as merchandise fell from shelves. Despite the upheaval, Taiwan's high-speed rail network reported no damage or injuries, although train services were briefly halted to conduct safety inspections. The earthquake triggered power outages in various parts of Taiwan, disrupting essential services and compounding the sense of disarray. However, the Taiwan Power Company swiftly worked to restore electricity to affected areas, with power mostly reinstated by 10:30 a.m. local time. Nonetheless, the threat of aftershocks loomed, with Taiwan's Central Weather Administration registering more than 25 aftershocks, highlighting the ongoing seismic activity and the need for continued vigilance. Beyond Taiwan's borders, the earthquake's impact resonated across the Taiwan Strait, with reports of tremors felt as far as Shanghai and several cities in China's Fujian province. Demonstrating solidarity, China's Taiwan Affairs Office pledged to provide disaster relief assistance, indicating cross-strait cooperation in confronting adversity. As Taiwan grappled with the aftermath of one of its most powerful earthquakes in recent memory, the path to recovery appeared daunting, necessitating concerted efforts to rebuild infrastructure, support affected communities, and ensure the safety and well-being of all those affected.